All right. Can y'all hear us now? We had to reset the old streaming program. I got green lights lit up this time. Everybody jump in, and if you could, let me go. Oh, no, that's this. It's this. There it went. Okay. So we are live on Instagram again. How about it? Anybody in the comments below can hear us? I know everybody's like, probably don't know where the
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Josh, can you hear us, Josh?
is that your phone? Please tell me that's your phone.
Sure.
Hold on. That's this thing doing that. Hold up. Why is that on? That's okay. We're going to just do this. Ta-da. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. Good. Got sound. All right. Let's pick this back up from the beginning. We had a little technical difficulty. I had to restart the streaming software. That's the only thing I could come up with. We were covering how to say the name. Now, after all that, I'm going to see if I can get it right. Shit. BAJÍO. BAJÍO. I was close. All right. I told y'all. BAJÍO. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully people will jump back in. Joey's sharing it back out to the world.
Give me a hot second.
Yeah, I mean, we try here at the Brownwater Studios. You add something and then shit gets a little wonky. I don't think that's what it was, though. I don't think it had anything to do with the Instagram shit. I think that the program just glitched. So, because that was all I did different. That was literally the only thing is we jumped out of this program and then got back in. Now it looks like the internet's wanting to be a dick, but that's okay. That happens from time to time.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's one of them shows. All right, if you know somebody that was watching, all right, Jordan, thank you, brother, for letting us know, and Joshua as well. If y'all know somebody, tag them in the comments so they can know that this is the right stream and where it's at now. All right, so let's start back over. So how did you get affiliated with the company? Because nobody heard the beginning of your answer.
So I got affiliated with the company by BAJÍO's a young company. It's about 2.5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll be 3 in April. This upcoming April.
I knew it was new, but I didn't know it was that new.
Oh yeah, it's new.
Yeah.
So what happened was they went to a buddy of mine named Bocro that runs the Sunglass World in Mobile, and they're like, we need a rep in that area. The reason for that is because in this area, most of the rep groups that cover it are coming from like either Jacksonville, Orlando, Atlanta, Memphis, Nashville.
That's a haul to get down here, right?
Correct. To this, so it's a lot of travel, a lot of money spent on travel, and this is a very important market. It's going to sound crazy. Don't know why. The Alabama, Mississippi coast, it travels. What's hot down here travels to Oxford, travels to Starkville.
Oh, that makes
travels
sense.
to Auburn,
We're
travels to Tuscaloosa, and we are efficient. Like these sunglasses are, find the right way to say this. They're for fishing. They're for on the water.
Most I think what you're talking about there is like the sunglasses are like a complement to being on the water, fishing life, that lifestyle or whatever. And that those people that live further north in the States come down here to do that and then take that fashion, if that's the right word, culture, whatever you want, back to when they go home.
Right. I mean, that kind of deal. And don't get me wrong, we make casual glasses. We have a lens for the golf course. It's fantastic, but the bread and butter, and you can see it whenever you look at shirts and look at hats, it's all.
Which, thank you for the shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
Repping the shirt here.
Pretty sweet. Yeah, big
sweet.
red fish on it.
Yep. So, I mean, you can tell we're water centric.
Correct.
Company.
Yeah.
So they were looking for somebody. They recommended me. Here I am, been doing it. I do it it's a full-time job that I do as a part-time job. It's like, it's something that's quickly expanded, and it's fun because it's something I believe in.
Okay.
Me personally, I do a lot of, I know it's going to sound weird to y'all over here. I'm an Alabama guy.
Yeah.
I do a lot of lean fishing.
Oh, yeah? Are those like cobeyes and lemon fish? Is that the same fish?
I do a lot of that. I do a lot of black fishing. So I rely on sight fishing a lot.
You ever caught triple tail?
Yeah.
Just play.
Wait, what is that? No, I'm just kidding. Exactly. Do a lot of that. So I rely on sunglasses a lot. So I've always kind of been a sunglass, I don't want to say snob, but it's been one of those things that, hey, I know a good pair of sunglasses makes a difference whenever
there's no doubt
whenever you're out on the water. So I'd grown up wearing Costa Del Mar before they switched to Costa, dropped the whole Del Mar. Don't know why.
Right.
Moved to Maui Jim.
I never really realized that.
Yeah. Moved to Maui Gym. I'll take it way back for you. I used to wear H2O optics.
I don't
Those
remember
are
them.
good.
I remember Revo, which they're still a glass, I think, sunglass.
So did that, moved to Maui Gym, and then he was like, Cory, you got to try these. And I just bought a pair of Maui Gyms. And I was like, Bo, I'm not spending another $250 with you right now. Like I just bought these like a month ago. And he's like, just try them. He's like, walk outside. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And at that point I started wearing them. And that was like a month after BAJÍO started. So I had one of the first pairs on the coast. And from there, I just kind of started telling friends about it, stuff like that. And it's just caught on like wildfire.
Yeah. Now your buddy that owned, you said Sunglass World in Mobile, is that right?
He's a manager there.
Okay. Was you in the sunglass game business before that? He's just a high school friend. Like, how you know?
He's just a buddy, man. He sold my wife sunglasses since she was 16 years old.
Okay.
He got involved so back it up a little bit more. I'm part of the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo.
Okay.
I'm a past president. I sit on the board of directors for it. Costa was a sponsor of ours for years. So we would flip-flop every year who the dealer was that came down and represented them. I became friends with Bo like that as well. And that's whenever he was like, hey, man, try these out. He's known me for a while.
Right.
Right.
That makes sense.
Just like,
that makes sense.
Hey, try it, so.
Okay. Yeah. So you're right. I mean, they're rooted in the outdoors, but fishing specifically, right? Like a lot of brands are, especially down here for sure. So the backstory on the company, can we get into that? Because I've heard some things. I'm pretty sure it's true.
So
I'd rather come from the horse's mouth.
So here's my sales pitch, right? Yeah. And it's like what I go in and I'll tell people like, hey, I have a sales background, and last thing I want to do is talk about my competition,
Right.
But that's
part of the story.
That's our story.
Right.
So about 4 or 5 years ago, Costa was bought out by Luxottica.
Okay.
Same people that own Oakley, Ray-Ban, Lens Crafters.
I didn't know the name. You said the name. I couldn't remember it, but there was probably 6 months to a year ago where one of the things that I investigated for like our apparel stuff was doing sunglasses. And I started reading everything I could about where they're made, how they're produced, how they're designed. And I'm reading all these articles and I'm like, wait a second. One company owns all this shit, and they've acquired them.
Gucci,
yes,
Prada.
One company.
But
that's like a common theme now in the U.S., isn't it? It's like one company owns all the shit. They just circle the market, and you don't know.
There you go.
Right.
That's it. So they have their own insurance company, I believe. It's wild.
Yeah, it's a big company.
So what happened is Costa had and this is why we all fell in love with them. They were a great company. They had the best technology at the time with their 580 lenses.
Right.
That's what put them on the map. Because originally they had a 480, then it went to a 580, which I'll get into all that.
I was going to say
580 glass change.
I'll get into all that in just a minute.
Okay.
But what really made people fall in love with them was their customer service.
Yeah.
Like
warranty.
You had a lifetime warranty. You called them, somebody picked up. Starting out, it was a couple-day turnaround time, but you knew, like, hey, in the heat of July, if I break my glasses,
it's going to be about a week.
It's going to be about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and you'll get them back.
And I can speak to that. I've heard people recently say that they're not like that anymore.
We're not going to get on a bash or something like that. But
I was going to say the opposite. I've had the exact opposite. Same thing. They're still that way.
I have 3 pairs of harpoons that are sitting in my. Like, I remember doing it the same way both times. I'm lifting my kayaks up to put it on a big boat. Boom, smash, call, put it in for email. Casa.
Right.
Now we ain't replace them. Got to buy
I
a new one.
I had no receipt
because it was the older model.
Mine were too. They didn't make mine anymore. And I showed them the picture. I had mine hanging like this, and I went in and hugged somebody like that, and that pressure cracked them. And I sent them a picture on my cell phone. They was like, "Do this."
You must have got the good customer service,
and then
got the right person.
It was all through the chat bot on their website. I didn't speak to anybody. And same shit. We don't make that one anymore. We know what it was. Here's the new models that look like that in the same price range.
Yeah,
and I was like, shit, that's the one I wanted to buy those anyway. And anyways, I say that because I think I know where you're going.
Right.
With
so what happened is now with Luxottica, they acquired them. They now went to a 2-year warranty. And that's with Costa now.
Okay.
They went to a 2. They went to a 2. I'm
butchering all of it, dude.
You and Kenny.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm equal opportunity mispronouncer. That's right.
Perfect. So they went to a 2-year warranty. They're still honoring their old stuff, but they're telling people, hey, you now have a 2-year warranty moving forward. And from there, people are either happy with it or they don't like it, so let's back into our story now. So,
Okay, here, this is a comment you can't see from Matt. He says, does BAJÍO back their product like Costa
correct.
used to?
Correct.
If so, game changer for people all over. Let us know.
Right. So I'll get into the warranty in just a second, but we can answer it real quick.
Go ahead. I just want you to know that was
yes,
out
we
there.
do. Yes, we do.
Okay.
So what happened is during that whole transition, there was some employees working on this technology that's in our lenses, and it's called Lapis, but it's a blue light filter. So these people were working on this. They waited for their non-compete.
Mm-hmm.
Non-compete went up. They went up. Remember, it was Daytona Beach, Florida for Costa for years. They went up one exit to New Smyrna Beach, Florida, opened a facility, cut their lenses, make their glasses, assemble them all right there by hand. They make about 600 to 700 pairs a day by hand to order. Now they have like popular ones that they keep in stock and stuff like that. But their main focus was customer service. So that's what we stand behind to his comment.
Yeah.
Man, I've had, if it's our fault, it's free of charge, lifetime, no questions asked.
Define our fault.
Your lens start delaminating. You have a hinge that breaks.
Okay.
Something
hinges break.
Something small, something simple. That's a manufactured defect. If it's your fault and all you can give me back is an arm right here, we're going to charge you $85 and you're going to get a whole brand new pair of glasses.
Okay.
Now it was the same thing that it was with Costa for years. $85 or nothing, all or nothing. That's it. And it's a lifetime, super easy. And whenever I say super easy, I've had people send them in on Monday, have them back by Thursday.
Yeah.
Like super quick. We're not going to haggle with you. We're not going to sit there and go, well, it looks like this might happen. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
No questions.
It's old school. It's the old school Costa, because they took that mentality that they knew made them successful, because these are the same people that took it super successful. I think there's over 40 or 50 years with that company combined with what started our company. So they know how to take it from here to here.
I didn't know they went to 2 years on the competition. I didn't know that. That will stick in my head the next time I go to pick up.
And it's not a fault of them, but it's a big company, so it matched the rest of their portfolio.
Right.
So you don't have 5-year warranty over here, 3-year warranty over here, lifetime warranty over here. It just matches all right. Right. It's a 2-year warranty.
That's great for them.
Yeah.
That ain't great for the consumer, right? And when you walk through wherever, whether it's Mr. Kinney's Oak Springs Marine Mart or Rockies, whatever, and we'll get into that more too. But like the average consumer may not know that right out of the gate, right? I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know it. A lot of people don't know it until they have to experience it.
Correct.
And now more and more people are starting to experience, because all that changed about 2 years ago. How often do you break sunglasses?
Kenny's in the comments.
Me a bunch. Unfortunately, me a bunch.
I don't. I don't. And so I might have had to replace 1 or 2 pairs over my lifetime. And I don't know if it's just I'm not rough enough, or I just take extra care of them. I don't know. But as people are starting to find this out, they're starting to get mad. They start to tell their friends. And then they're like, okay, well, I'm going to hold on to my pair until they break, and let's get them out.
Yeah. So when you say that if you can answer this question, when the people that started this company, were they the founders? No,
they were like director of sales, research, different
key players in the game. But maybe not the guys who started the company.
Maybe not the guys, because Costa's been around, I think, since the 80s.
Okay.
In the 80s, so it wasn't any of those guys.
Okay. But these are the guys that were making the other ones,
key players.
And they decided, hey, look, we want to stay in the game and we know how to do it and we think we can do it better.
Yep.
Right. What about let's get into the 480 and 580, right? Because that piggybacks into y'all, right?
Yeah, they dropped the 480 a while back. But what we do is,
what does 480 mean?
It's 400.
Is that just an arbitrary number, or
so it sticks for a number. So Costa originally had the 480 lens, and then that's 480. It stood for blocks 480 nanometer wave, up to 480 nanometer yellow light wavelength.
Okay.
Then they did the 580, and that was the real game changer.
Right.
Put everything just crazy.
Yeah.
580's been the standard. All of our lenses have a 580 nanometer lens in it. Yellow light. Now, what makes us different is we have a blue light filter.
Is that ice?
We have a blue light filter.
Which is like the big thing nowadays, right? That's the big talk.
You know, a lot of people sit behind a computer screen and they have those clear lenses on and they go, oh, it's blue light. You know, it makes me not tired at the end of the day. I'm not squinting at the end of the day, whatever the situation may be. So people,
everybody saw that.
Man, you're trying to.
Y'all saw that.
Just trying
everybody
to
saw that. The whole thing. The whole thing came out. That's okay. Let's keep it going. It's an internet show. It's an internet show. It's an internet show.
So what happens is with that blue light filter, we've got a 445 nanometer blue light filter. What that does is it reduces haze, it reduces fatigue, it reduces eye strain. How many times you been on a boat, triple tail fishing, black fishing, and at the end of the day, you take your glasses off and you're like this.
Yeah,
you know, you're staring at a shark plotter, staring at a buoy, you're staring at everything.
You don't have that. You know, like the best example I can give, and he's my best friend. It's Captain Richard Rutland, cold-blooded out of Mobile. Yep. He does a lot of ling fishing, a lot of black fishing, a lot of speckled trout fishing. We won a snapper shootout a couple years ago, got a gift card. And I was like, for Sunglass World. And I was like, Richard, go get some Bahia. You can have the gift card. We're not going to worry about splitting it, you know, like we normally do. And he's like, okay. So he goes out there and gets a pair. And he's the guy that has 15 pairs of the same exact glasses because he's on the water 300 days a year and he never wants to run out of pair.
Yeah.
Puts them on, takes them on, like, how do you like them? And he's like, give me a week and I'll give you an answer. Because at that point, I'll have about 60 hours in them on the water. End of the week comes around. I'm like, how do you like them? This is before I work for him.
Okay.
He's
I was
like,
going to ask you that.
He's like, I love them. I'm never going back. And he's like, who do I need to talk to? And I was like, I don't know. I think Mike's with, you know, our old coaster rep. I think he's with them. Reach out to him. Next thing you know, he's on the pro staff, you know, so they're phenomenal. The eye strain and fatigue is the big thing on the water. I don't know if it's because I'm getting better, but I'm seeing more fish. So I don't know if that's just because I'm on the water, you know, and getting better at doing it. But, you know, we don't make lenses, which I'll get into more science stuff. You know, we don't make lenses based on the water. It's all based on contrast with us. So, like I said, blue light, big game changer. I'll get into the more lens technology in just a second. Like, and I know I'm kind of bouncing a little bit, but you know, you got comments and you got questions. But like, you know, I like to tell people sunglasses is one of the only accessories that somebody wears that serves a purpose.
Right.
You don't need a belt if your pants fit, you know, to an extent. You might need a wallet, but you could also throw that stuff in your pockets, you know, if you want to. But sunglasses have been around for a long, long time. Like, first ones that made them popular in the U.S. was Polaroid, because that's one of the great names for polarization.
Yeah.
Before that, you know, in the 13th century, I want to say like Chinese judges wore tinted quartz so people couldn't see their eyes whenever they were being judged. That's what I call a judge. Even like in the 600, 700 era, like Inuit, they found Inuits with carved ivory with slits.
Yes, I've seen that.
To
walk in the snow?
eyes. Yeah.
To hunt.
Okay.
You know, to hunt. And it serves a purpose. It's a good thing. And it's just a game changer, you know, and like where that blue light and yellow light and all that stuff comes to play, and not trying to get so super scientific for you guys. You got rods and cones in the back of your eyes.
Right.
Right. You got cones that decipher red, green, and blue light. It is how to make the best lens. It's how to manage the stimulation of those rods in the back of your eyes. And that's what we do by managing the yellow light, which is a combination, and the blue light, you know, to make the crispest, clearest lens out there. So
that's killer.
Go back and explain the draw to us, because I know this all happened, I would say mid 80s, where these big companies got into the fit, like Yeti, Icy Tech, all these companies, kind of when Costa came out. What was the main draw of having polarized sunglasses then, and why did they become such a thing in the 80s?
I'm not 100% sure. I can tell you what became really popular in the 80s, and that was because of a movie with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, the Ray-Bans.
The Ray-Ban.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
took
yeah.
over the market.
Aviators.
They took over the market. It was huge.
Yeah.
You know, but polarization, what it is, and I don't know if you guys know how it works, but grab a pair of these and a pair of these. Each of y'all grab 2 pairs.
Okay.
Line them up and look through both lenses the same direction. Like line them up just like you're looking.
Like this?
Yep. So you or flip them around like you're looking through both
Oh,
pairs.
both of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
You see how you can see?
Right.
Take the first one and turn it 90 degrees. See how it blacks out?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So polarization, imagine pickets on a fence in your front yard. What that's doing is you really get to see polarization on the water because it's reflection.
Yeah.
Right.
So
you don't need to understand the science. If you've been on the water and put polarized lenses on it,
water hits the surface and it comes up, and it's not just coming up straight at you. It's coming from all different directions. So imagine these pickets. It runs vertical in these. So what happens is it's blocking, it's allowing just the vertical reflection in. It's blocking everything else. Whenever you turn them like that, is where it's making that cross pattern, and it completely blacks out. So that's how the polarization works, and that's why it's so important.
Yeah. So when you're in the flats, I mean, if you don't have that polarization, I mean, if I got polarized sunglasses, I can basically see fish. I can sight cast for fish.
Right.
Yeah. If I don't have it, I'm missing out on that.
I wish I could find the video to post, but one of our pro staffers, Patrick Garmison, sent me a video, and it's like he's out on the beach. He's fishing for jacks, and he starts this video. You can't see anything. He drops his glasses in front of his lens on his iPhone, and you see hundreds of jacks.
Yeah.
You know, just stuff that you can't see, and it's simply because of the reflection.
Right.
You know.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Game changer, like the flat, especially the person who comes to me is Jose Uribe. And he was the Spanish fly. He was always in the flats with bonefish, and that's the first time I think I saw anybody wear a pair of Costas. That they were having a polarized sunglasses, and he was like, "I can see that. Can you see it?" The camera's, man, I can't see anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a tool.
I mean, I think we've all, people listening, watching, or whatever. I mean, if you've been on a boat with no sunglasses on, even if it's not so bright that you're like this the whole day, like if you can just see normally, to look down at the water, like you said, the sun's bouncing right off that water, hitting you straight in the face. You can't see anything. Polarized glasses, boom, and it's like, oh shit, I can see way down there.
Right.
You know, it cuts it down. So game changer for sure. So did I hear you right? The 480s focus more on management of yellow light than the 580s.
The 580, they were both yellow light yellow light blocking.
Correct.
So the 480 was the first one. They went away from it after I think a couple years after the 580, but the 580 became the industry standard.
So it was still yellow light focused though?
Yeah, all yellow light focused.
Okay. When did we get into the blue light that you were mentioning earlier? Is that when this company?
That's what we do best.
Okay.
Combined with the 580, and it just makes it a game changer. That's why I believe, and I have a lot of people that believe that our lenses are the best on the market.
Okay.
There's other companies out there that do manage some blue light. Maui Jim has a blue light filter in it, but it's not as strong as ours.
Okay.
You know, and it's just, there's not a whole lot out there that does blue light in sunglasses, but we do it, and it's awesome.
And it's noticeable from a fisherman's perspective, is what you're saying?
It's noticeable from a fisherman's perspective, from anybody's perspective.
Right.
You know, I don't sell to the end user 90% of the time.
Right.
I sell to, Kenny. I sell to Shelby at Fish Outfitters or Fish Boutique. Boutique. You know, I sell it to the Sunglass Worlds. I sell it to the J&M Tackle. I sell it to those guys. And Shades, all my retailers.
Right.
Whenever I go and work a show, whether or not it's Biloxi Boat Show, Mobile Boat Show on the Bay, whatever, they need help. Shrimp Fest, it doesn't matter. And I tell people, try them on. Doesn't matter if you're a fisherman. Doesn't matter if you're a golfer. Doesn't matter if you're a hunter. Doesn't matter if you're just a mom.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They put them on and they see the difference.
Right.
They clear, was it Justin that was here?
Yes.
Earlier?
Yeah.
I was like, man, have you tried them on? And he was like, no. And I was like, man, go put them on and walk outside. He goes, dude, it's clearer with these glasses on than without any glasses on. How's that? And I'm like, that's just it. It's the management of the light that's hitting those cones and rods in the back of your eye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You had a couple different colored lenses in there, man. Explain that. Explain that process.
Let's see if I can get them all out.
Yeah. I know I saw a rose, a blue, a
Man,
green.
rose is
Yeah.
The rose colored
We got
glasses.
there.
I've had some rose colored glasses.
Right,
green.
Do you have in there? Can
Silver.
we, the first one that y'all ever came out with? Do you have them like kind of like that,
It was all of them.
Okay,
It's
just the market.
just all of
Gotcha,
them.
gotcha.
I think that's our violet.
And if you can angle them towards that camera right there. But
Yeah.
right,
We'll talk about it.
towards
Yeah.
Joe.
So
Yep,
like this
yep.
is our rose lens. It's an amber base. So what we do is back in the day,
There we go.
if you guys fish, back in the day it was always, hey, blues offshore, greens inshore.
Correct.
It's not the case anymore. We sell lenses based on contrast, right? So your gray, which is going to be like your blue lens, a gray base, that's a gray base right there. And this is a gray base. It's our blue lens. So what's going to happen is,
Do they help reflect Joey's ugliness?
Who said that?
man,
I don't
it's
think
fine.
they have. I don't think there's that kind of technology.
Who said that?
Josh Harmon.
Who?
Josh Harmon.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, burn, son.
So
Keep going. Keep going.
what that's going to
Keep
do,
going.
what that's going to do right there is that's just going to take like your natural, how you would see things and just darken it,
Right.
make it a little bit darker.
Okay.
Then you move into like our silver and rose lens,
Right.
which are going to be kind of like your middle of the pack, not dark, not light. That is my favorite lens, hands down,
That
and
one.
I'll get into that.
Yeah.
Then you go into your higher contrast, which is going to be our the green, which is right here, and then we have a violet, which I don't know if I have any. Our violet only comes in polycarbonate. That's the only drawback for me. I'm not a polycarbonate fan.
Well, that is, I'm guessing that's plastic.
Plastic.
Okay.
Can you push them back towards him just a little bit?
Oh,
we
I'm
can see him?
sorry.
But
Yeah.
You can't see that lower third on that other.
Yep.
Gotcha.
The
So-
closer they can get to that elbow, the better.
there it
Yep,
is.
there,
Yep.
right there.
So
Perfect,
that's our
right there.
brightest lens right there. It's a violet lens. It's like a yellow. It's like call it violet because of that, but it's a yellow base. Take a look through that and look how bright it is. I can't wear that outside.
Yeah.
Unless it's
super yellow.
Unless it's super low light.
Right.
It's gonna be a little off because we got like
Right.
yellow light in
Yeah,
here.
But
yeah.
but
But I
that
like
is
the frame.
Yeah,
but
they
that
look
is
good.
but that is a like whenever I said it's good for golf, I mentioned golf earlier.
Mhm.
That lens is phenomenal for golf.
Probably shooting as well, because
Yeah.
a lot of the shooters go with the orange or the yellow
Yellow.
tones.
Yep.
Yes.
I like them.
Look good. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to change the topic, but there's another thing I'm noticing about these glasses that I've also heard other people mention. But let's keep on with the lenses.
So
Yeah.
the lenses are all about, like I said, the contrast and then kind of what you're going to be in for most of your time. You know what I mean? So like not everybody has 3 pairs, not everybody has 2 pairs, or has access to that. So you pick kind of your conditions, kind of what you're accustomed to and just roll with it. But if you have the opportunity to buy and you fish different situations, I would recommend having different lenses.
Okay.
Someone like me, I use that rose lens. I don't have them around my neck. I normally do. It is a phenomenal lens. I use them offshore. I use them inshore. I use them hunting. It's just a great all-around lens. It's got like a 16% VLT, I believe, which is called visual light transmission. So it's like what you're seeing, where blue has like a 10. This is an 18. So it kind of goes up and down the spectrum. And it's just going to come down to light sensitivity, because some people are like, hey, I have a light sensitivity or I'm always squinting. I don't have that problem. But that rose lens, a lot of people haven't ever seen it. They're like, man,
I've never seen
I'd never have a rose lens on my face.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people that love it. It's just once they get to try on, they love it. Our glasses are super light.
Well, that's one thing I was going to bring
That was
up.
the thing I was going to say.
I was like, those harpoons I had are way heavier than anything I've
So
picked up.
The first thing I heard about y'all was that
They're light.
great.
So
They're the same
that's-
from
so
the Costa guys, but they're light.
That's a glass lens. That's a glass lens, and that's a large frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can feel how light they are, and the reason for that is we're 100% carbon neutral company. We use
I like them. I like those.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah.
we use 60% plant-based resin in our frames. A lot of companies call themselves, This is a bio resin.
Oh,
And
so y'all are vegan.
something like that. This is a plant based, frame material, whatever. It's 5 or 10%. We
Right.
use 60. So it lightens it. And a lot of people pick up a glass lens from us and go,
Yeah.
there's no way this is glass. This is polycarbonate. And
Mhm.
we're like, no, it's glass. Let me show you polycarbonate. You can't even feel it,
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
and they just,
Well, I mean, what are they? A couple ounces? I mean, what's the heaviest pair you got? Maybe that's right there.
probably that right there.
Yeah,
That's
and
going to be one of them.
So when they're sitting on your nose for
Hours.
hour, I mean,
All
14,
day,
18
all day,
hours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got a hat pushed down on them, they can wear on you a little bit. But if this is your heaviest pair, this is not even as heavy as the ones I used to have at all.
These are heavier than the last ones you just handed me. And if these are the heaviest, it's not that bad.
Mm-mm.
No, that's going to be one of the heaviest that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an extra large frame.
And these are huge, like you said.
Yeah, those are
That's
big.
something that I wear.
big
You know
guys,
what I mean?
yeah.
Right. That kind of came into style in the last
Yep.
two
I mean,
or 3 years.
I normally
Really.
I got glasses everywhere, man. But, mine are in my car. I usually wear like the Stiltsville, which is a bigger, taller, a little bit more wrap. I'm not me personally, I'm not a fan of wide arms like some people
Mhm.
Yeah.
like that. So it's kind of like smaller arm, bigger glass.
Right,
type
right,
deal.
right.
Let me see your lightest pair over there.
That's going to be a pretty light pair.
Okay.
That's actually polycarbonate.
Yeah.
Well, I think
These are light.
the bigger style sunglasses, especially with those god awful what are those sunglasses the kids wear?
The brands are all different, right?
Pit Vipers.
There you go.
God
Yeah.
bless.
But that's like a
the Ultimate Warrior sunglasses.
that's just for looks. That's not really a
I can't.
Right, but a lot of people were wearing the bigger,
Right.
where it used to be. What were, I don't even remember what they were
I
called.
think like Oakley started with those like
the
like
gas tanks.
when
or
I put
something like
these on,
that.
I hear Sharp Dressed Man by ZZ Top. I don't know if that's
But it's
y'all
not-
can use that in marketing.
but it's not ZZ Top's cheap sunglasses song.
correct.
That's right.
No.
So
But I noticed a lot of y'all's are also Hinge, which
Yeah.
I love in a
so
sunglass.
I'm here to tell the truth, man. No holds barred.
Mhm.
Our most popular frame was a Bell's Beach back in the day. It still is pretty popular. They started and they had they didn't have a hinge inside of it. They had like plastic nipple on top of in the bottom of the arm that fit in and clipped in.
Right.
So after days and days and days of use,
Wear out.
you would go to lift your glasses and your arm would come off.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You pop it back in because they wear down. Fixed it. Like as soon as they got the first 5 or 6 complaints about it, they fixed it.
Mhm.
Right.
You'll notice like 90% of our glasses, actually probably more than that, probably like 95% of our glasses, they don't have nose pieces.
I was just saying a second ago.
Because that slides, it bends, whatever.
It's built into the frame.
All of our rubber is built in. It's all built in and molded into the frame. So you're not going to have the days of having plastic hanging off from here to here.
Right.
It's all molded into our frames.
Yeah. And these are, I'm sure that nothing lasts forever. What do you give these? I mean, what is the
I haven't
rubber
had any mess up.
come back?
I haven't had any mess up. And guess what? If they do, if the rubber comes off or whatever, guess what?
Lifetime.
You get a free pair.
Sweet.
Lifetime.
Yeah.
And what's that process? Send y'all a message on your website?
You go to the website, BAJIOSunglasses.com, I think.
Bahio.
/ warranty. I believe that's it.
Okay.
It's on our website.
Yeah.
You just say, hey, I did this. Here's my glasses.
They are like,
They say, okay, it's either going to be $85 or $0.
yeah.
Yeah. I like how they kept that rolling. That's the thing. Like bigger company buys something out. They, like you said, they kind of want it to fit their portfolio. They're not thinking about the customer anymore.
It's not, it's not, I don't fault them. It just streamlines, streamlines things.
Yes. But it's
Well, it's business. It all comes
For
down
sure.
to dollars and
for
cents.
sure. But like, when you buy something like that, I think about like when you buy music equipment nowadays, because of the internet, you can Google just about, for the most part, any piece of gear, even like this stuff right here that we use. It's the same price across the board, no matter who's selling it, because the internet, they have to, right? If I'm selling it for $10 more, you're going to buy it from the other guy every time. So how do you compete? You compete in customer service.
Right.
And one of the companies that I like,
and product, product quality.
well, if y'all make your product,
Right.
if you're a
Right.
third party salesman,
I
like
see
say
what you're saying.
Sunglass Hut, they
Right.
don't make the sunglasses, but like Sweetwater is a musician, sells musical equipment. They're so good about calling you, making sure your order's on time. Any problems that you have, they'll fix it. Like they're just really good. You get a one-on-one sales guy every time. Same guy.
That white glove approach goes
They
a long
text
way.
message. You can text message.
They send you candy when you buy something.
They send you candy when you buy something.
And Jared
Little
likes
shit.
candy.
Little shit like that is how you compete in the internet age. So sounds like, with you guys, y'all are still keeping an old idea, but keeping it going, and not because we're a big conglomerate where we can't do that anymore.
Right.
People will stick with that.
Right. I mean, people are going to see me. Most of the listeners, if they go to a boat show or they go to a big event or a bigger event, they're 9 times out of 10 going to see me.
Right.
I'm going to be the one behind the booth working with the Sunglass World, working with the shades, working with the Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you been to the Biloxi? You been to the Biloxi boat show?
Yeah. I worked it last year. I actually worked it for free because it was right before I worked with them. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, I'm going over there just to get the hang of things. Declan was there from BAJÍO, but now all that's me.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Matt, thanks for the comment. Matt,
we'll be hanging out.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Matt said,
the busiest time of the year.
He said it's a game changer. Corey said you just sold so many pairs by saying free or $85. Thank you, sir. Consider me swapped.
There it is.
That's perfect, man.
Yeah.
Go see Kenny.
I dropped Kenny's Facebook page link in the comments.
When you drop, say like you're at Mr. Kenny's, do you drop a whole line, a whole plethora of what it has?
So Kenny's unique because Kenny has a smaller shop,
right?
So space is limited with him. Mm-hmm. So what Kenny will do is what I try to do with Kenny and a lot of my retailers is I say, right here I've got 24 pairs of glasses, and I say, hey, let's try to get you the most popular frames, let's try to get you the most popular lenses, and I'm gonna sell you, like I'm gonna have on hand there's going to be a 60 to 70% chance that what you want, you're going to have on hand. But if you don't have what you want on hand, Kenny can go, hey, Corey, I need a pair of nippers and tortoise with blue mirror glass. When will they be here? If it's today, I'll tell them, hey, it'll be there Friday.
I'll run them over this afternoon.
No. So they'll order them. And it's 2-day shipping. Where, like I said, we're out of New Smyrna Beach, Florida.
Right.
And we can custom order anything. The only time I've had like one or two, I've probably sold 4,000 or 5,000 pairs of glasses this year, to retailers. Mm-hmm. And, I've had one time and it was like, hey, we don't have that resin color right now. There's a 2-week back order on that, on that frame. Right. That's it. So if they don't have exactly what you want in stock, he can get it for you in 2 days, and
but he's got enough to go for you to go in there and say, hey, I don't know what size my face is.
Yeah.
I kind of like these. These are big. These are small. Right. Let's narrow this down.
That's what I tell people. I say, hey, whenever I coach the people in the stores, Kenny's the owner and the, person there doing it, but the salespeople in the shades, the Sunglass Worlds, the Fish Boutique, I say, start with the frame. All right. So do we want large, medium, small, extra large? You can kind of, with time, you can judge that, then you say, okay, is it wrap? Is it flat? Mm-hmm. Then it's okay. You land on the frame that you like. What color do you want?
Yeah. Now I haven't been to y'all's website, but is this detail on your website? Cause I know a lot of people when you start saying that, they go, right. I have no idea what that means. Wrap, flat. I have, what I'm saying? Small, medium. I have no idea.
So think about like small, medium, large, extra large. That's just like it sounds, you know.
I would think the smaller would be the women's.
Well, I mean, one of our most popular frames, and I don't have it here with me, is called a Calda, and it's a smaller version of this right here. So it doesn't wrap a whole lot. It's kind of flat. It reminds me of like a Wayfarer.
Yeah.
And which is a popular glass, but people like them on the golf course. I got buddies that wear them fishing, it's just their preferred preference,
right?
So you get in there, figure out what frame you like. Then you go, okay, it's available in these colors. Let me show you. There's the tortoise, there's the black, there's the basalt, there's the, gray camo, then it's okay. Let's look at lenses, try on your lenses. And if they have the combination that you want, you walk out with them. If you have a conversation or a pair that they like, they buy them right there. If not, they just order them. You know?
Do you teach your sales reps to question people like, what are you into? Like, do you play tennis? Do you fish? Do you drive? Are you a mom? You know what I'm saying?
Not really. I mean, because it's really not that specific. You know, I'm not going to tell you to buy this lens for this or buy this frame for this. It's personalized. You know, just like I said earlier. You know, everybody's different. Some people, you know, I'm sure you've seen it all. You're walking outside or you're walking at a festival, you're walking somewhere and you're like, what is that person thinking? Wearing that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I try to stay like judgmental out of it. Like to say, hey, this guy needs to land in these, you know, it's, hey, whatever makes them feel good.
Right.
They think looks good and serves the purpose of what they're trying to accomplish.
Right. I dropped the y'all's website in the comments below. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can click right on that and go to the website. I'm going to share it here on the live stream as well. In about 5 seconds, you'll see it pop up over there. But they're not lying about how they
scroll back down real quick.
Well, I'm going to go to the top there real quick. Okay. So they're not lying. Like right as soon as you hit the website page, it's fishing. Right?
Yeah, it's flats boats.
Two flats boats. Like there are no bones about it. Like this is what they do. This is what they specialize in. Give that a second. We ain't worried about that. But yeah, I love that about it. A great looking website and showing everything that y'all got, man. And you can click right here and see the different pairs and different styles.
What's that going?
But it's killer, man. It's killer.
I mean, everything is customizable with us too. I mean, I think last time I checked, we had like just sunglasses, like 1,200 SKUs.
Jesus.
We have, because you got to think, we have six different lenses that come in both glass and polycarbonate. Then we have the kicker with the violet that's just polycarbonate. So that's 13 different lens colors that's available in any color frame. And then you have like 22 style frames. So
talk to people that may not know their specifics on the polycarbonate versus glass, like benefits and pros and cons.
So down here on the water, I sell about 90% glass. The difference is they both have their pros and cons. Glass, they're a little bit heavier, so that's a con. Pro, they don't scratch very easy, very easy at all. Con, they can crack. So they're clearer as well.
Right.
Then you switch to polycarbonate.
Lighter.
They're lighter. They're
a little cheaper.
They're cheaper. They're in our line, they're $50 cheaper. So they're $209 and our glass retails for $259. Like I said, they scratch, but you can't break them. Like you can't shatter the lens. We don't forget the rating. I think it's ZR82 or ZR87. We don't put them on our lenses.
You can pretty much step on them.
Correct. Yeah. It's an OSHA like it's a safety glass,
right?
But we're not going to go stamp them ZR.
Yeah. You don't want that.
You don't want that. Somebody shoot a nail gun. Well, would be like, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you the reason is because like if I'm going to get this pair right here stamped for safety to where you can wear them in a plant,
they better cover everything too, right?
Well, it all has to do with this right here. We have to send them like 1,000 pairs of just this to get the stamp. As soon as I change a frame color, got to send them another 1,000 pairs.
Yeah.
As soon as you change a lens color, another 1,000 pairs. So
what do they do with the 1,000 pair?
I don't know.
Give them out for Christmas bonuses.
I guess.
They're slinging through the shop.
Everybody's OSHA, man. It's OSHA.
Yeah,
of course.
In a land of ocean. So talk about the blind people like us, man. Talk about the script game. So I know you got to have it.
We got prescriptions and we got readers. They're in polycarbonate. Readers are $225. I don't ever need readers, so I've never done it. But I have a couple people that are close friends of mine that are like, man, y'all got readers. They came out mid-year last year. They're like, man, these are awesome. They say they don't ride up too high. They're not too low. They're like, they're perfect. Prescriptions, they're going to run $625, and that's going to be just like, they're hand cut. They do take a little bit longer. Because they are they're hand cut, measured, to your specs. To go that route, you got to go to your optometrist, get your prescription.
Right.
I would recommend going straight to BAJÍO for that. Because it's going to be faster. They're not going to have any kind of sign-offs or anything like that. Because unless a retailer has an optometrist on staff to sign off on it, we can't send it back to the retailer. It has to go directly to the consumer because at that point it's a medical device coming back to you. So,
Okay.
man, all these little like
I know.
all these
I
little,
know. I know.
all these
Supposedly,
little,
it's designed to help everybody. Who knows?
yeah.
Who knows?
But I
But
mean,
do y'all sell a lot of prescriptions?
Yeah. I mean, our readers take off like crazy.
Now, when you say reader, that's what kind of lens are you talking
It's a
about? with the
polycot.
reader?
It's a reader is going to be like a. Let me think of the best way to explain this.
Go to the website, see if you pull it up.
I did.
Because I'd like to see it.
Like it's
It's right here. It's all
typically
different.
is going to be like whenever you can't see close up and you can see far away. So you're going to look through the main part of your glasses and then you're going to look down to see something like to tie a knot, to read an instruction. That's a
So you're going to have the same frame, but it's almost going to be like a bifocal.
but you're not
inside
going
of it.
to, but you're not going to see
But you
it.
won't see the line.
No,
Okay.
no, at all. And I think they come in half power increments from like 1 to 3,
Yeah.
There they
I
are.
believe.
Yeah, there they are right there.
So you can't even tell. And that they retail at $225, and then they, like I said, then we have full RX.
Yeah, these are nice. I mean, they're stylish frames. So, people on the audio, man, y'all go just jump over to the website and you can peruse through all their stuff.
Yeah,
They got a lot of different frames, a lot of different
People
colors.
love the glasses, man. But like our apparel, like our hats.
Y'all's hats are blowing up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
man.
about that, 'cause
Y'all's
that-
hats are almost as
it's
cool as
legit.
ours. I mean, no, y'all's hats look good, man.
I mean,
They
we
look.
try-
Whoever did that looks good. You want to grab them?
I brought some.
Yeah.
I was always a hat person like this. I don't know if you can see them over
flash
here.
it.
Yeah, you
camera
put it
right
right
by
there.
Joey.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're right
So
there.
I mean, the flat bills.
Those look good.
Those do.
Was that the
Where's the, you did you
sailfish?
bring your redfish?
We don't have a redfish.
I thought, is that not y'all with the redfish with one of the rope hats? I thought y'all had a redfish.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not that I'm
I'm
aware
thinking,
of.
what are those in? I might be mistaken.
So these are. We got a bunch of these. I brought the good ones. I have a problem with these, and that is that these are my samples, and my wife, please don't be listening. She loves to take them and wear them. So,
That's promotion.
There's-
That's
yeah,
marketing.
yeah, yeah.
That's
they're
marketing.
super comfortable. They're super lightweight. They got this mesh back in here.
Right.
These are awesome on the water.
Mhm.
Just a bunch. I mean, you could tell everything is fishing related.
Rooster.
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah.
rooster, got a carp, got the frigate
Oh,
here.
sweet.
We got a pelican. I don't have it.
Oh yeah. That's
We got sailfish.
I like that color. That's one of my favorite
yeah.
colors.
We got sailfish, all kind of stuff.
Can you
Tarpon on your head.
Yeah, the tarpon on
that
my
was
head.
sweet.
Yeah,
Can you hand Joey those right there and Joey
Yeah.
flash them to that
Yeah,
camera right in front of him because
yeah.
I want to get the up close.
So we got a little shrimp action.
Yeah, cover his face. There you go. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we got a little, looks like a permit or a
That's perfect.
That one's
permit.
cool.
Yeah, there you go. And then we got just a little flower action. I don't know what they call
With the
that
rope,
one.
those they got the
Yeah.
rope. That's like the new thing now, the
Little-
rope, right?
It's
Yeah.
Little
I like
marlin,
that.
striped marlin. Is that what that is?
yep.
Yeah. And then we got just a regular.
We call that just the word mark.
There it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Justin said maybe that's why you can't read is because you need readers. I think it's
I
more
have
of a,
readers on. Thank you.
well, I
Justin.
think it's more of a
What is that?
mental
Is that a
capacity,
Carp.
Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Justin,
have a crawfish.
mental
And
capacity.
we have all kind of stuff.
That's cool, man.
Carp's cool. I've never seen a frigate on a hat. And if you don't know what a frigate is,
It's
It's
the
a
cool.
ship.
It is the coolest bird.
it's the coolest bird. If you see frigates, you're going to see fish somewhere
Yep.
around there.
You know,
Rooster.
a frigate can't land in the water; it'll drown.
Yes, that's why he's always on a shrimp boat.
Yep.
Rooster's cool.
They come to snuff the rooster.
Yes.
Oh
That's
yeah.
awesome. So
Yeah,
you brought some other stuff in too, right? Y'all carry a whole line of apparel?
Man, we got some shirts. You know,
yeah.
Rocking the shirt,
Yep.
baby.
Jared's wearing the shirt. I'm wearing the shirt. We got bamboo performance shirts, which are super soft. Some of
I've been seeing those. What's the deal with the bamboo? They're
that's
made
not-
out of bamboo, correct?
it's bamboo fiber.
Right.
It's like antimicrobial, hard to stain, hard to rip, super lightweight.
We were supposed to be growing bamboo, remember?
Yeah.
I need some. If y'all find a bamboo farm, let me
See,
know.
Robbie's gonna see this, dude. We're gonna.
James,
we
we
were-
would be so
we were
mad.
talking
you
about
probably
that.
know what I
Seriously.
need it for.
Yeah.
Just know.
A little triple tail action.
Yeah.
Suppose. We know a guy.
Yeah. He won't come on the show though.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. TC.
No, old Don, Mr. Don Gaucher. He
Yeah.
makes all those.
I was thinking Craig.
Oh no.
Craig.
Okay, I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah,
I'll tell you off.
Oh,
The,
yeah,
okay.
All fair.
yep.
Well, you got dry bags. Y'all
So
are
this-
geared
So
around.
this just came out.
This hot off the press.
This
Yeah,
came out,
baby,
This came
exclusive.
out about 6 weeks ago. This is what we call our wet weight bag.
Oh, okay.
A comparable bag for this would be about $300.
Yeah, that's
Damn, that
that's
looks good.
The Yeti. I have the Yeti. Whatever it
Yeti,
is.
Sims,
It
whatever.
was 200.
So this is made for wade fishing.
right.
All right. So
Or beer.
or beer. It's completely waterproof in here.
A little
Yeah.
insulation.
This right here is a rod to hold. You put your rod right there.
Okay, so it's like a weight bag. Yeah,
butt,
yeah.
butt of your rod through there. There are tube holders here for if you're carrying like a fly rod or something
Right.
like that. All these little to hook flies, tackle boxes, whatever.
Yep.
You've got you got a water on this side, vent release right here. But like I said, completely waterproof. And it is,
That's fancy.
I mean, and it's not bad. It's $150. Comparable, it's going to be
Damn.
$300.
Yeah.
I just bought one.
I mean,
Yeah.
take a look at that bag, man.
I just bought one.
Yeah.
It looks, yeah.
Joey, show the camera what the guts look like. Can you spit it?
I don't know if I can get in there, but it's got.
Oh, hold on, I got the wrong. There you go. Sorry.
There you go. So you got. Looks like you got some towel. Is that towels?
Yeah, that's a limited edition towel.
Okay, so you
You
can't
ain't
get that.
You can get it at
You can't-
Kenny's. Hey, you can get it at Kenny's.
Okay, well, special.
But I
Special edition.
do like the vent. I do like the vent, and then you got the straps on the back. Then you
Yep.
got your loops, your GoPros. You got
You got
everything else. Yeah. And I'm telling you, when you search these, because I'm one of those people that
I like the label. Or the
when
logo
I go-
one, too. Looks legit.
when I go ham on research,
yeah.
I dig to the farthest ends of the earth.
Yep.
And the only two I found that I could use were the Sims that was $320 and the Yeti that was $300.
Yep.
So that's about half price of both of them.
75.
What was the? Why did those
150
work for you
bucks.
and not the other ones?
Because a lot of them want. Well, a lot of people don't make a waterproof backpack. They make a
Dry bag.
they make a
or
dry bag. They make a
duffel bag.
duffel bag for the people that's going offshore. I need a backpack to where when I'm fishing, like I took it to when we went on the USM.
Mhm.
Remember, I threw all our stuff in it, threw it on my back. We waded in it, and it's just floating back there. It's
Right.
got all my stuff in it.
Mhm.
When you go offshore with a dry bag, what happens to everything? It goes straight to the bottom of
Right.
your dry bag. So you got to pull
Yeah.
jackets.
And whenever I tell you that
you're
thing,
pulling everything
that
out.
thing can hold some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like I've had a towel in there, full change of clothes in there, bibs, jacket, and some food, all in that
Yeah.
book.
And so mine doesn't have the outside pockets, which I wish it did. It
Yes.
has the inside pockets, doesn't have the outside pockets.
Yeah.
So that's a step up, and it's $150 cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does
So
it come any
it-
other
it-
color than white, or is it only white?
it's
White's
kind
bad.
of like
That's the one I'm
it's like
getting.
a gray, but
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all about that.
Where can you get that from?
Kenny has one if he
One?
hasn't sold it.
Okay.
Something new, kind of, hey man, let's just trust me.
See what happens.
You
Yeah.
trust me.
Yeah.
It hasn't. You can get it there, or you can get it at on our website. you know.
Okay.
So, and I'll have them at shows and stuff like that, and let people know that they can get them.
Okay.
So people see it and they're like, "Man, that's cool."
It looks.
Yeah.
Good. Even though whether it's also functional, but it looks
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, I use it all the time.
And you got another one over there, right?
Yeah.
You can't show that one yet?
It's top secret.
That's that's my retail bag. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
for I call it my
That's
overnight.
VIP.
I
then.
call it
That's
overnight. It's
VIP.
not available. It fits these. It fits. To put the hats on there and stuff. So
right.
a lot of people see it and they're like, "Ooh, I want that," and I'm like, "Oh man, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I can't,
Yeah.
Can't get it.
Yeah.
So I mean, funny story. I love that bag. It's perfect for whenever I got to walk in and see somebody and show you the new stuff. And I could put 30 hats in there, and 24 pairs of glasses. And my car got broken into, and
That was nice
somebody just took one bag that was worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I was like, insurance cover or whatever. So I call my boss, and I'm like, "Hey, this was happening." They're like, he's like, "We don't have any more bags." And I said, "Well, you're gonna have to figure something out."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Because I need that bag."
Yeah.
He ended up digging one up, and he's like, "You got the absolute last one, that can happen." But it just makes it easy,
So lock your car.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
yeah.
Really.
No, they punched in my back lock in my 4Runner. So
Of course they did. Why
Really?
wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Great people. I want to do one real quick thing. If we go back to the sunglasses real quick, can you pull out maybe the top
Yeah, what's your best seller?
but
Let's
also
do some
and also give us the
digging.
names of
Yeah,
the thing. 'Cause that's a
gotcha.
big. If people are watching,
Well,
you know,
I mean, if you're watching right now, men especially, we got 5 days left till Christmas.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's
So-
mathematically correct as this is recorded.
5 days left. So what better to buy your wife for Christmas than a brand new pair of sunglasses?
Oh, I
That's
thought you meant by
popular.
yourself.
That's popular
Oh.
for the wife, the Eldora,
Yeah.
and these right here, the Snipes and Stilts.
So y'all do make a metal frame.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
The
they make
Sedona
what do they call
Snipes.
that? The classic aviator.
Yeah, it looks
I
like an
guess,
aviator.
This is going to be more aviator right here. Let's see here.
There it is. Those are cool.
Yeah.
Let me see those, Joe, real quick, if you don't mind.
And then you can get the same colored lenses in these metal frames.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Any lens combination. Let's see.
So those are like your aviators too, right? Those there.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So our most popular is probably going to be. I'm gonna run down.
And the names too.
Yep. Well, the Nipper. So
All right. If you'll sit on top of
Yep.
that box, everybody can see it. Yep.
The
Let's spin it to
Nipper.
that camera. Yep.
this is currently one of our smallest frames. You mentioned a frame that you like earlier.
Yep.
This is going to be the closest
looks-
to that.
yeah,
it's going
it
to be
looks
the
like it.
closest
Yeah,
to
yeah,
that
yeah.
without the little holes right here.
Right.
Nipper, great frame, bunch of different colors.
Okay.
Second most popular, in my opinion, is going to be these right here. These are my personal ones. It's called a Bell's Beach.
Let me see if I can. cut
It's
his
struggling.
face.
It's struggling. It's funny because that camera knows it's not a face,
I know.
so it won't focus
There
on
you
it.
go.
There
it
we
went.
go. So that's a Nipper. That's in a. I'm guessing that's a camo, some kind of camo.
Yeah, that's called basalt, but it comes in tortoise. It comes in black. It
Right.
comes in just like a straight, like a gray. Then you've got Bell's Beach, which this is a really. It's a little bit bigger version of that
Yeah.
Nipper. Wraps a little bit right here. Ventilation, spring hinges.
right.
These do not have spring hinges. These are the old ones. The new ones do.
There you go.
Those are my personal ones. These are the ones that they replaced from having the nipples,
But
but now they do have spring
has
I
hinges.
that got
got
the the holes on the end of the stems
Yep.
too? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
so easily
That's
mount the
for
holders.
cables.
Do y'all make a cable system?
We do.
Okay.
It's cables actually makes our cables. So
Okay, but it has your name on it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Yeah.
just the little end piece says BAJÍO on it.
right.
I think I should fly a plane with these on.
Man,
Huh?
Tom Cruise can't hold
I
nothing
know.
to you.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, he's just got better looks and muscles, but I mean, other than that,
Nah.
Next, you got the Palmetto right here, which is kind of like a mix between those two. Kind of a mix between those two.
Right.
Then you get a little bit bigger, and I'd say a Toad, which I love these. Toad.
those are probably more my style right there.
Yeah.
Toad?
I'm kind of like it with you with the bigger frame
Yep.
or the
Thin
bigger
stems.
frames with
Yep.
the short stems. I don't really
That's
like
it.
the whole. Yeah,
That's it. That or the
Toad.
that or the Bell's Beach if it's not too big.
See if we can. Oh, it worked a second ago.
Yeah, it's struggling. There it went.
There it goes.
They're
Yeah.
dirty.
They are dirty,
Man,
but that's
They're all
okay.
dirty, but it's fine.
Because I have people handling them all the time.
Right.
That's right.
And like you said, you can get this. You can get the frames in any color. That's
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
dark
yeah.
tortoise. I like them, man.
Hold on.
Let's
Before you
wash
put-
this out.
He's gonna fix it before we get it on there.
Maybe. And then this right here, my other favorite pair, Stiltsville. That's what I normally wear in a tortoise with a rose lens. You can see it wraps. It's a big lens, small arm. You know, we have some of those guys that like those big arms. We got NATOs and Los Rocas and
Well, a lot of people have, and it's crazy because it falls into every bit of the merch you make, especially hats. If you have a big, gigantic head, you can't wear a regular hat. And you cannot wear regular sunglasses. And they're like, oh, what kind of hats you got? And we're like, well, Richardson. We're like, I can't wear Richardson. My head's too daggone big. Well,
Yep.
that's
so these are
60% of the population love Richardson.
I
You know what I'm saying?
forget. I love Richardson. I've got some friends that are like same thing.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
hat's
yeah.
too big. These go really big. I haven't had anybody that said, "Hey, man, I got a really big head," and you know
Mhm.
they those hats that work awesome. We're actually, I forget the name of the manufacturer of those, but I got some people linked up with them for the rodeo. I think we're going to use that same company for that.
So these are probably the same ones. That's the you can throw these in the dishwasher, clean them up, dry regular.
Anything.
Yeah,
and
like
they're
these
dry
right
super
here.
quick.
These are probably going to be the the everyday hat, but just doesn't clean as well as the other ones.
Right.
But they're still, if they fit you, wear it all
They're
day
comfortable.
long. Right.
Those right there, I've been, fishing, running, and blows off. Man, it's soaked. You put it on your head. 10 minutes later, it's dry.
So your hat's different, right? Yours is a 5-patch hat or 5-panel hat.
Mine's like that. Mine's like that. Mine's like one of those.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right. There it is right there.
I dig it.
Sweet.
Nope, a whole bunch of stuff.
So where can people, they're watching this, they're listening, they want to go check them out. We mentioned Ocean Springs Marine Mart. Mr. Kenny's got them.
Yep.
Who else along, let's just say the Mississippi Gulf Coast or that region?
Okay, so in Mississippi, I've got Kenny at Ocean Springs Marine Mart. I've got Fish Boutique. I've got
Gula.
Where's that at?
Gula.
So it's in downtown Pascagoula,
Yeah,
and then
okay.
they've also got a new one in Hurley.
Okay.
That's currently where their display's at for now.
Okay, so it's up in George County or East Central. Which one's East Central, George County?
I don't know.
I get confused.
And then you got Wayne Lee's currently.
Wayne
All right.
Lee's.
And then I've got Sunglass World in Biloxi.
Okay.
That's the one in the mall?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then now I will say this. I have talked with Kenny. And I have talked with Shelby. If you guys go in there, anybody listeners is looking for a pair of these, go in there and mention Brownwater Banner podcast.
There we go.
And they will take care of you. I'm not going to tell
There
you.
it is.
Not going to tell you what they'll do because I can't,
That's right.
but they will
Right.
take care of you.
Hey, that's a damn good thing. We'll put that in the comment section
Yeah.
too. So we appreciate y'all doing that.
Yeah.
I think that was a good one, man. I think is there anything that we didn't touch on that y'all are about, or y'all are
I don't
doing?
know. I could talk sunglasses for an hour.
What's the? I mean, I know y'all are venturing out into other areas of the fishing world or sporting world. What's the outlook for the company going forward? Besides like the bags and stuff like that, or y'all just going to stick to the bread and butter?
We're going to keep bread and butter here. Obviously, sunglasses, and as we find a need for other things, we'll come out with other things like. But it's not going to be something. It'll be cool things like, hey, buy a pair of glasses and get this other cool item.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we do our apparel. It's not, hey, we're doing 50 different types of shirts and we do have a bunch of hats. But hey, we're not doing pants and we're not doing this and that. You know what I mean?
Stick with what works.
Short sleeve t-shirts, couple performance shirts. Got a couple long sleeve t-shirts. Keep it simple.
Right.
Yeah. And it's all great ways to get the name out too, right?
And it's like the towel that we did. It's a big, huge microfiber towel that you saw. You were like, hey, what's that? Is that a towel?
Yeah.
It says BAJÍO across.
I don't have to go steal one from Michigan.
And it's like it was like one of those things that they ordered 6,000 of them, and they said, hey, if you order a pair of glasses, we'll give you. It was for retailers, and it was order X amount of glasses, get X amount of towels, give the towels away to the customer. Whenever they buy a pair of glasses,
land,
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They did that. We for a while there, we did camp cups, which had some of our artwork that you see here that were like on a metal cup, that people could buy. They saw a need for the bag, so they made the bag.
Yeah,
and they'll just kind of keep doing cool little things. They got something. I don't know how to get it yet, but on my way over here, like I'm a fiend to catch a tarpon right now. I have been for a year. Dude, we went to Boca this year, a little late for
tarpon
that.
rodeo.
No,
Boca Grande.
Yeah, Boca Grande, just to go tarpon fish and stuff. We chased them across the Alabama coast. Could never get one to hook up. And I see on the website, I see on our social media, they're wearing hoodies that have this on it. And I was like, I need one. And I was like, I don't know how you get it, but I'm getting one.
Yeah.
The promo hadn't hit my inbox yet.
Right.
I work for him. I can't even get that. Yeah.
What about people that are listening, watching, whatever, locally here? Do y'all do? I think you call it pro staff, or if I run a charter boat or if I'm on the water all the time, is there anything?
Just reach out to me.
Okay.
You can reach out to me at Cory, Cory.Quint, Quint @me.com. I'm old school Apple.
Dang. Still rocking the Apple. It's kind of like an AOL.
Yeah. So you can reach out to me and I'll put you in contact with who you need to go with. So, but they will say this: they take care of everybody on the water.
Yeah.
We have two different levels. We have pro staff, then we have elite pro staff, and they take care of the people that are on the water. So
Yeah.
There you go. I know that's a lot of our audience.
That's sweet. So,
you know.
we're going to see you.
you'll see me at Biloxi
Biloxi Boat Show.
for sure. I
the
don't
whole
know-
setup, all the gear.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be with Sunglass World. So
Okay.
like I'll be like ancillary with them.
Okay.
So and they know that Corey's there to sell his product,
Right.
you know, type deal. So
Right.
what
Don't
I do
ask
is
me about
I-
other stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Screw the other
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I don't know anything about them. Yeah. They're terrible.
No, I won't say that. I help them. I'm there for support. You know, you'll see me there. Don't know if you guys do Mobile boat show.
We don't.
We've talked
but
about it.
We're good.
I would do
We're
it.
good friends with the girls who run it.
Yeah, they run both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I do that. I'll probably be at Boat Show on the Bay, which is a fairly new boat show, which is
Yeah, that's
really
the one
cool.
in Mobile Park.
Yeah,
not
Dustin Battleship Park.
Bio Show.
Yeah, Dustin at Easy in Storage, one of my retailers, and Jeff Fadala. I don't know if you've talked to them. He owns
Justin.
we
it's
did
It's Justin's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah,
it makes
so
sense.
He does a lot of
we
electronics.
did a boat
installs.
show with the guy who runs that in Biloxi. He owns a clothing department.
I think I know what you're talking about. Had a big to do.
Big, gigantic. Who
Oh,
runs?
Easy in Dustin.
Correct. Yeah. So we did a boat show with him, and he's got our contact and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We just never made the voyage over there to do
Yeah,
the one.
it's a good one.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
out. It is outside. You know, so it's weather.
They do a big
dependent,
concert,
You know.
everything.
They do
Yeah.
a big concert. They do a tournament now. Justin helps them put on a
Yeah, Fidelity.
tournament.
Yeah.
Helps them put on a tournament. I did that. I'll do the wharf boat show during that time. I'll kind of facilitate with Shades on how to do that. Then I think the only other major event. Well, there was a big event, but I can't work it. The rodeo. They send somebody up for that because I'm like, I'm like, I can't do it, guys. I'm answering
Yeah.
rules. You know, I'm over rules for that now.
Well, do we have time to jump on that? What are we looking like
For what?
for the Alabama deep sea fishing rodeo? Right?
Yeah,
You
it's
want
a
to talk
big
about
deal.
it?
Yeah.
I don't. It's up to him.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You want to jump on that, or you?
We can. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. I want. It's one of the biggest,
It's the
probably
biggest.
the biggest rodeo in the world. I mean,
It's-
in the Gulf.
Yeah, definitely in the U.S.
Yeah.
We're the longest standing. It's our 91st year.
Damn.
Yeah, 1929. Man, it's just where to start with that.
And you were
So
acting president.
I was
You-
president in for the 87th tournament. We're on our 91st. So the year the whole
World shut down?
the world shut down was during my tournament. So like
Fun stuff.
Thanks, Prez.
yeah. And so what happens is a lot of people think, oh man, it's just a fishing tournament. How hard can it be?
No, we know. I could. Joey and I can
We
do
have
a
two
small
of them,
one.
yeah.
Okay. So just to put things into perspective, we have over 4,000 anglers.
Damn.
We weigh on average a fish every 31 seconds.
And this is
How many scales are you running?
2.
Where are your scales set up? It's the same every year, right?
Same every year. Rodeo site, Dolphin Island. That's the only place you can weigh in.
On Dolphin Island.
On
yeah.
Dolphin Island.
Yeah.
We have over 75,000 spectators.
The hottest thing there is a T-shirt, from what I hear.
We sell a lot of T-shirts.
I mean, a lot of T-shirts.
We sell a lot of T-shirts. I'm in a lot of T-shirts.
Yeah.
And so we put on the tournament always the third full weekend in July. So if July starts on a Saturday, that one doesn't count. Throws off a lot of people. Third full weekend in July, tournament runs. We have a liars contest on Thursday. We do cash prizes upstairs, you know, betting on yourself, so to speak. Got to call it cash prizes in Alabama.
Right.
Yeah, you can't call it Calcutta.
What?
Cal, what is? Cal, what is?
Yeah, so that we do that. Tournament kicks off 5 a.m. Friday, runs all the way through Sunday. Doesn't matter if it's 6 foot. Doesn't matter if it's monsooning. Doesn't matter.
So y'all
we
are
don't
fishing.
cancel. We've been canceled once during World War II
I was going to say that.
Or
World War
hurricane.
II. Yeah.
and the oil spill. That's the only 2 times.
Damn, that's some pretty big events.
That's the only 2 times.
yeah.
There's been a couple like, hey, you got a hurricane and we'll remove it. But like nowadays, it's like, I mean, it's got to be serious.
Cat 1, we're fishing. We don't care. Cat 2, it's up to y'all. Cat 3,
it'll be out of here by Saturday.
Yeah, we'll
Go.
figure it. I'll just maybe lose one day.
You know, but it's a huge deal. And we take, it's the third weekend in July. Like I said, we do our award ceremony that Monday. So like we've got a lineup. We've got full line of polygraphs that day. do our award ceremony, big thing. We take about a week off, 2 weeks off. Then we start planning again for the next one. It takes that much work.
Y'all are big payouts. Y'all are big money.
We're not billfish money by any means.
Of course, Robbie's got that.
But our entry is 50. Is now we just upped it. It's $60.
Mm-hmm.
Our big draw for a lot of people is we give away a 25 or 26-foot contender bay boat.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on, like, this year was a 25. I think we're going to move to a 26 next year. I got to talk with contender. We give it away, and all you got to do is weigh in a legal fish
To enter.
and you get a ticket in the box,
and that's it. Get a ticket in the box. And you're talking, I said earlier, you got about 4,000 plus tickets. About only 3,000 of them weigh in fish. Because you got to weigh in a fish. It's got to be. It can't be a game of chance in Alabama. So what you got to do is your qualification is catching a legal fish in our tournament.
Is that one? Is that per category? Is that per fish?
Just one. So you just get over there doing sign language again. Like we
yeah.
Because I'm gonna catch a sheephead, a catfish.
It's one of our categories, and you get one entry, and that's it. But I mean,
you get a 1 in 4,000 shot of winning a contender boat.
3,000. Yeah, because not everybody weighs fish.
Dude, and that boat changes people's lives.
Oh yeah.
Like before I got in.
What's a brand new 25 cost right now? About $160,000?
Yeah. I mean, my boss's son won it, before I got in. He was 16.
Jesus.
He sold it, parlayed it into a piece of property, sold the property, bought, I mean, it's just, it's game changing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool. I mean, that's cool. We give away a bunch of, besides that, we still have like $300,000 worth of awards that we give away, whether it's coolers, rods, reels, gift cards, pliers, whatever it goes into, the awards package. That's cool. We got a bunch of vendors down there. We got live music. It's just
it's a party. Big to do.
It's a party.
Yeah, it's a party. And if you've never been, I highly recommend going.
Yeah. And see, I've always and
it's
loved,
free. It's free if you're just spectating.
I've always loved Dolphin Island. I just never go down there.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
I don't go to Orange Beach as much as I'd like to, but
see, I don't even go to Orange Beach anymore. I grew up like having a house down there and loved it growing up, and now I'm like,
it's too commercialized.
So where you're on Dolphin Island?
So I live in Mobile.
Yeah,
my parents live on Dolphin Island, so I'm down there all the time.
Right.
But like growing up, we had a house in Orange Beach right across from Sportsman's Marina. You know, and like I said, growing up, loved it. Now it's just like, if I'm like, God, I gotta go call Baldwin County, getting over there. But
so your rep, did you talk about how far your rep goes?
So I go from the Mississippi Louisiana line
on the BAJÍO.
On BAJÍO.
Yeah.
I cover the Alabama Mississippi coast. I go up a little bit, like I'll go into Jackson.
Oh, you go that far?
I'll go into Jackson, and I'll go up to maybe Jackson, Alabama, and then I cover a support in Panama City, Destin, stuff like that. So if you're listening to the show and you want to pick up our line of glasses, give me a shout.
Yeah.
Cory.Quint@me.com.
If you're a store owner and you want to carry them, give them a shout.
Yep. We're all about doing the right thing. All about being a partner. What's good for you is good for me. What's good for me is going to be good for you.
Yeah.
So
there you go. There you go. Well, dang.
How's it going, man? You're going to see me a lot more than you probably see other people too.
Well, that's one good thing.
Cory just keeps hanging out here. I don't understand what's going on, bro.
Well, that's one good thing for working with a company that's on their way up. Newer, got the experience from the previous company, but you do get that more one-on-one vibe.
Well, I want it.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm going to sell your product in my store, I want to be able to call you and say, "Hey, man, got a good friend of mine wants this gray camo or whatever. Can I get it?" Yeah, we got it in stock. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to call you and do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to reach me by, like, you can ask Kenny. Kenny will, like, hey,
Kenny probably cusses at you, though.
Well, what I was gonna say is,
I love working with Kenny, man. Yeah. Kenny's great. Like I said, they told me at the beginning, they were like, you're either gonna love him or he's either gonna like you, or he's gonna be the most difficult customer you have. And I don't know how. Maybe it's my looks. I don't know. But Kenny tried to play tough there for a minute.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
he's a big teddy bear.
He's like, all right,
I can tell you how to win Kenny over. Bring kids.
Yeah.
Kenny is a really grouchy. You bring kids in there.
Yeah.
Totally different guy. He's like Santa Claus.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I love working with Kenny. He's fantastic. He's always my last stop, in Mississippi, just because it's like, what I do wrong? Nothing. All right, what you got new? This is it. Am I in trouble? No. All right, get a beer.
Yeah.
that's it.
And I don't think
I'm like, clock is stopped now.
Yeah.
Let me get a beer.
Yeah, I don't think he would put up with it if there was any bullshit going on with the company or the glasses or customer service. So.
Yeah, I mean, and Kenny can attest to it, man. Like Kenny sells a lot of them.
He's probably selling the fire out of
because he believes in us.
Yeah.
And he believes in the product. And Kenny will tell you next time you get Kenny on the show. Be like,
he's told us before already on the show.
I've seen him on the show.
Yes,
wearing Costas. Because he didn't have his prescriptions.
He did.
He actually wore them
had surgery
on the show, during the show.
Because he had surgery.
But talked about y'all the whole time.
Yeah. Because he had just had eye surgery or something. And he was like, I haven't got my damn. They haven't got my new prescription yet. And I need a pair of prescription. And I'm like, can he just here you go.
Put a sticker on it.
Yeah. Well, I've dropped the links to the people that sell them in the comments. Y'all's websites in the comments as well. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us, talking to us about the glasses. I love the product. They are,
sweet.
If you're listening, watching, go check them out somewhere. Go feel them. They're light. They look good. I haven't worn them out in the sun, but I can only imagine all the lights we got in the studio. They were filtering that out.
They're going to be awesome.
Yeah. I don't think people are going to be disappointed. And like the comment came across earlier, the warranty is where it's going to win everybody.
And we got the best rep on the coast, and we got his number. So if you got any problem, we can hook you
up.
Just
call us and we'll call him.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. We appreciate everybody watching the lives, the replays, and the audio. We're probably going to sneak attack one more episode. I think we don't have a date before the end of the year.
We got one more unless Justin kicks us out, but we might. Yeah, we're gonna have one more.
Yeah, we have one more scheduled, or we're gonna.
No, we have nothing scheduled to the end of the year, so we want to wish everybody, of course, a Merry Christmas. We're gonna probably try to get to y'all between Christmas and the New Year's. If we don't,
we will. We're
gonna
get one in.
If you need some last minute Christmas gifts, go see
there
them.
It is.
That's it.
There, are y'all running anything for Christmas or just regular?
The regular.
Like I said, go into Fish Boutique and go into Ocean Springs Marine Mart.
Fish Boutique.
Brownwater Banter.
Mention Brownwater Banner.
There
it is.
There you go.
There's no better deal on the coast.
There's none. Y'all keep tuning in. We'll keep doing it, man. We'll see y'all on the next one.